Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll wait for 2-3 more minutes, then we'll start the lecture. So good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Is the screen is visible? Is the screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So the topic of today's lecture is data frame. Up till now, we have discussed so many data structures, including from the object, vector, matrices, factor, list. And now this was hopefully the last data structure, and that is your data frames. It's a very important data structure. It is similar to the list data structure where we do the collection of different type of data together. In similar way, data frames are also used to take the collections of different record included in different variables, and if we club all these things into together, then we'll form a data frame. Data frames are also used to create your own data set. If you want to create your own data set, like in a particular data set, what happened, there are so many records are present in the data set, and all the record belongs to a particular instance. We have lots of instances in the data sets, and all these instances are joined together to form a data set. Similarly, in data frames, we can generate a data frame. A smaller data frames can be generated by using data frames, and for that purpose, data.frame syntax is used. Suppose I have to create a name list or a data set in which number of person is there, the age of the person is there, and their respective genders are mentioned. Okay, so we want to create a data set in which the names of the person, three entities are there: name of the person, age, and gender. Then to create this, first the name of the data set is taken as my data. This is the name of the data set. To create a data frame, we use the syntax data.frame. This is the syntax for data frame, and within the bracket we have to include all our entities values. What are these values? The first value is the person name. So we take a first entity as a person, which is equal to a vector, and in this vector we have taken different strings, and all these strings denote your name of the person. Okay, so the first one is your person, and in which I have taken a vector here. In this vector, different strings are included. When we have studied strings, we know that each string will be enclosed in the double quotes. As you can see, there are 5 different names, and all these 5 names are enclosed in double quotes. So all these values are in the string form. The second, we took the age of that person, a respective person. For to take a age, we again take a vector, and in this vector 5 numerical values are available, and these values denotes your age of a particular person. Now the next one is a gender. For to denote a gender, we take a factor vector. Factor vector, when we study, factor are basically those vector which group together the similar kind of data. Like here we have two factors. One factor is male and another factor is female. So we enclosed male and female vector, and we denote it as a factor. So if you see in this data set, what we have taken 3 different data structures. The first one is the string, which denotes your name of the person. The second one is the numeric vector, or a simple vector in which the numerical values are present to denote age. The third one is a factor vector, which denote the gender of a person. And there are only possible 2 genders are there, the male and female. So we take a factor vector to denote a 2 level of a factors. If we print this data set, my data, then it will show me a matrix kind of structure. This is a kind of table structure. If you look at this, then you can see we got a table in which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are represent the position of the instances, and these are the relevant entry. These are the name of the person, these are ages, and this is factor vector denoted as a gender. So you can see this can be this is much more look like a data set in which the entities are there which are related to 5 different persons, and within each row we can extract the data of a particular person, like the name of the data, then age, and the gender. You have heard these type of structures when you learned the chapter, when you studied the chapter database management system, in which you create some data structure databases where you decide some primary keys and all these things. In a similar way, in R, to create a data set, we use data.frame command, and in this command we have to include all our values which we want to create as a data set. So next one is how to extract the data set. To extract the data set, we again is similar to the matrix extraction. Like you have to denote the name of the data set. Here the name of the data set is my data, and within the bracket you have to define the index value. Suppose I have to extract the second row and second column value, so I have defined 2, 2. If you want to extract the first person name, so you just define 1, 1. First row and first column value. It will give me the value of a person name. Here I am identifying the second row and second column. It will give me a 40. It means it is giving me the age of a second person, because at the second column age are mentioned and the second person age is 40. Now the extraction can be done by using a sequence also. When I told you sequence can be generated by a colon values. Suppose you want to extract the data from row 3 to row 5 and the column value is 3. It will extract the 3 different values. Initially, the values from third row, fourth row and fifth row, and the values are from the third column. And the third column is a factor vector in which we store the gender value, male and female. So it gives me these values and the labels are there, F and M. Why it is showing the labels? Because we have taken the data which is in the form of factor. That's why it is showing the labels also. So by taking different index value, we can extract the data from the data set which we have generated. Similarly, if you just want to extract the complete column value, don't define any row number here, just define a column. The row position remains blank and we extract the column value. The column is C3, 1. The first we are extracting the third column and then we are extracting the first column. So gender is the third column, all the values are here. And person is the first column, all the values are here. In this way, to change the index value, we can extract the different elements which is included into the vector. Now we can extract it by either by using the index value or by using the member referencing, by using the naming. As the second column is the age, suppose I want to extract the age, we just write my name $age, where the $sign represent your member referencing. Here I am extracting the age. Either you write my data set and give the comma, don't mention the row value, just mention the column, you can extract the age value. And by using the naming also, you can define or you can extract the different complete columns of a particular data set. Here I have mentioned my data $age. By writing this command, you can extract the complete column. Now, if you want to extract a particular position from a column, so you just give a name of that column and give the position. Like my data $age within the bracket 2, it means from the age column, second position data I want to extract. It gives me a value 40 here. To check the dimension of this, you can similarly use n rows. N rows my data, it will gives you number of rows. To check the number of column, you use the n col within the bracket my data, it will give me 3 columns. To check the complete dimension, use the syntax div within the bracket my data, it will give me number of rows and number of columns. Now suppose if we are extracting the first column value, the first column is the name of the person, or we have denoted it as a person. We write my data $person. It will extract the name of all person. But as you can see, it also show a label here. And within the label, you can see that in alphabetical orders, all the 5 labels has been created, which is somehow not needed into the name of person, because the name of person is not a factor data. But whenever we are considering the data.frame, it will convert each variable into a factor object. That's why it is converted my person column into a factor object. To avoid this situation, because we don't need this column as a factor, to avoid this situation, we use one more syntax, and that syntax is strings as factor is equals to false, where we define whenever the strings are present, string as a factor, we make it false. To define the data set again, the same syntax is there. Data dot frame, the name of the persons, age and gender. We have taken one more instruction, and that instruction is string as factor is equals to false. Now it will not convert my first column into the string. Now if I print this my data set, and if we extract as data dot person, then it will only give me the name of the person. It will not convert it into the factor. To add a new column or the new rows into the data frames, excuse me, for this purpose, first we have to create a new record. And when we create a new record, then by using the rbind or cbind function, we can add this new record into the existing data frame. Suppose my new record is data.frame. The name of the person is Brian. Here, the age is equals to 7, and the gender is equals to factor m. Labels is equals to my data $gender. This command makes a label is equal to my data gender labels. So we have created a new record where the name of the person is Brian, the age is 7, and the gender is M. Now we have to include this new record into the existing data set. For this purpose, I have used the command rbind. And within the rbind, we have to pass my data, the existing data set, and a new record. It means a new row. And rbind function will combine these two records, these two rows together. So if you print it at the last or the 6th serial number, we will get a new data set. Similarly, if we want to add a new column, for that we have to first create a new column, and then we use a cbind function. To create a new column, suppose the new column is the funny, it will show the degree of funniness of a particular person, and it is in the form of low, medium and high. Low, medium, high is basically 3 levels are there. So we can take this column as a factor object. We take a funny in which, as we have the 6 rows, so we define 6 entries for each row, and we take it as a vector, and we finally take this vector into a factor having the 3 different values, low, medium and high. After creating this column, we have to include into the data set. To include into the data set, we use a cbind function. As we use this function, it will combine my new column together with the existing database. And if we print it, we get a new column, and that column is funny, in which degree of funniness is there for a particular person. Now we can perform different types of operations also in the columns or the rows which is present in the data set, and we can add it into the new value. Suppose we want to add a new age where the age denotes in the months. So we take a new column, my data $age.month. It denotes ages into the month, and we assign it to my data $age, existing age column multiplied by the 12. So it will include it a new column age.month into the data set. We can also include the logical records addressing. Suppose I want to extract the column values where the gender is equal to male only. Then I have to write my data dollar gender is equal to M. It will give me the values true wherever the gender is male, otherwise it will give me a false value. Similarly, if you want to extract the data where only male persons are present, then we have to write my data, and within the bracket, I have to give the same query. I have written the same instructions, my data dollar sign is equal to M. It will give me only those records where the gender is male only. You can see all the gender is male only, and these records are extracted from this index. If suppose I'm extracting this index where all the records are male, then you are definitely don't need this column which shows a gender, because all the records are male. You only concerned with the name, age, and their other columns like this. To delete a particular row or column, we just use a syntax into a minus sign. So we have to draw up the third column. The first column person, age, and third column is my gender. So just took a -3. It will drop the third column. Whatever column you want to drop, you just use a minus with the index value. That column or row will be dropped. If you want to extract a particular column or particular rows, then you can define in the vector also. Suppose I want to extract the name of all person, age, their funny degree, and their age in month. Then I've just write column, person, age, funny. Suppose if you want to extract only two values where the condition is where the gender is male, just write vector, person, and age, and close the bracket. It will give me only two columns. By this manner, you can extract the number of columns. So we can apply other conditions also, in which we can and write some queries in the form. If you want to extract, suppose the query is the age is greater than 10, or the degree is funny equals to high. The degree of funniness is high. For this purpose, I write first my data. Within the bracket, I have to mention the conditions. The condition is my data dollar signs age. It will come to the column age, where I check the age is greater than 10. Now I put a OR operation. We put a OR operation. OR means either this is present or this is present. Then it will give me another condition, my data referencing funny is equals to high. So it will extract all the values where the age is greater than 10 and where the degree is funny. If you look at the last value, you can see age is less than 10, but the degree is high here. If you check the third row, the age is greater than 10, but the degree is low. Because we are using the OR operation, OR means it will extract both the values. In place of OR, if we just put AND, then it will check if both the values are present. This condition should be true, as well as this one should also be true. Now I'll show you my RStudio screen. So this is the RStudio screen. So first we have to create a data set. As I told, data.frame command is used. We create this data set. You can see at the console window, the data set is present. and the name is my data, where the name of the person is there, the age is there, and the gender is there. The 3 columns record is present. You can see here also, here it is represent. We click on the my data, then you can see 5 observations of 3 variables. Means 5 observations are there and number of variables are your 3. In this way you can check your data set. Okay, this is the data set. Here whatever the values or the list or the data set you will create, this will all come here into the global environment section. Now to extract different values, as I told, you just change the index values and then it will give you the result. Suppose second column and the second row, it gives me a value 40, second age. Suppose I have changed it to 1, 1. It will give me the name of the first person, Peter. Like similarly, we can index can be given into the sequence also. This will extract my 1 to 5 rows and the third column. It is given here, the result is given here. Now this will extract my all rows from the column number 3 and column number 1. Okay, all 5 rows are present, which is from the column number 3 and column number 1. Similarly, data can be extracted by use the member referencing. By using the dollar signs, we just write the age here. It will extract the age, and in the next syntax, it will extract the age present at second position. Okay, this will extract the complete age column, and this will give me a value of second position. If I change the index of this, suppose I mention the 5 here, it will give me a fifth value. And the fifth value is 1 here. Age is 1. Give me a fifth value 1. To check the dimensions for rows n rows, for column n column, for dimension dim. It will give me 5 rows, 3 column, and dimension is 5 cross 3. Now, how to remove a factor data? We have removed the factor data from person by using string as a factor. So if we run this, initially if you see, if we check my data person, then it will show this one. Then we use string as a factor is equals to false. It will convert all my values into the normal string values apart from factors. How to create a new record? To new record, we create a row first, then we use rbind. To create a new column, we use the new column first and then we use the cbind function. Here the new record is created. Brian is the new record having age 7 and gender M, and we added it to the existing database by using the rbind function. Similarly, a new column funny. First we create a new column and then we add it by using the cbind. The new column is, if you look at the new column is funny. It is of which type? It is of vector type. Factor type, and the level of factor is low, medium and high. 3 levels are there. In gender column, there is only 2 level, male and female. In funny column, there is 3 level. Three labels: low, medium, and high. Here you can see, by using a cbind, at the last we'll get a new column. That column is funny, and all the new values are here. As I told, if you want to add the age in month, we multiply the existing age with 12 and it is added into the new one. At the last, we have a new column, age dot month, where all the values are in the months only. Then here are the extraction, where all the values are male. Here, this is the condition. It will tell you whether the value is male or not. It will represent into true and false value. It will tell whether the observation is containing the male gender or not. The first will contain the male gender. Peter is male. It will give me a true value. Next is a female, give me a false. Then another is a female, give me a false. Rest all three remaining are male. It will give me a true value. Now I'm extracting the data set where all the values are male. It gives me all the values where gender is male. Now to eliminate a column or to drop a column, we use a -3. We drop a gender column here. Now the gender column is removed. This is the extraction with the name. Suppose I just remove these. Suppose I just want to extract these two columns. I have given these two columns and the condition is given where the gender is male. So it will give me only two columns, person and age. I have taken the two column, person and age. It gives me a result, person and age, only two columns. These are the extraction with the conditions. The logical operators and or is used here and is used here. In or, both the conditions, either of the condition is true, it will extract. And in and, both the conditions are true, then it will extract. If you look the and operation, only two records are extracted, where the value of funny is high and the age of a person is greater than 10. So in this manner, you can assign different kind of condition to extract your data sets, or you can define your data set by using the data dot frame. Is there any query?
No, ma'am.
Anyone?
No, ma'am.
You guys are doing at your home all these assignments, na? Hopefully.
Yes, ma'am.
Akash, Gautam, are you there? Akash, Gautam, unmute yourself. Akash. Aditi Pathak. Aditi, are you there? Aditi? Where are these students? Sometimes I feel you guys are just joined and go away. Because nobody is muted there. I am taking the name. Anjali Sen, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Anjali, are you doing these assignments at home?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any problem?
No, ma'am.
Aditi Pathak, are you there? I will remember the name of all these persons those who are not unmute themselves. Anurag Verma, are you there? Anurag Verma.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you installed R to your system?
Yes, ma'am.
All the points are clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, that's all with today's lecture.